Hi coloring friends, welcome or welcome back to this new episode in my coloring update series. This one is winter themed, so I know it's a little bit late for the winter stuff, but I hope you will still enjoy this coloring update video. I have filmed all those snippets and now I want to bring them out to you finally. Let me go through the books that I have here for you today. So the first one is basically Fairy and Fantasy 5 by Christine Karen. You could already see on the thumbnail which page I am coloring in this book today. So, and what I did basically a background. We did some alcohol marker coloring, but let me tell you about the products in a minute. Okay, so then another book is Matchstick Mouse, a winter coloring book by Morgan O'Brien. And yeah, I enjoyed a lot to work in this book, coloring snow especially, and yeah, coloring the little cute mouse here. So yeah, in today's video we are mostly concentrating on snow basically. And then I also worked in R.J. Hampson's A Christmas Tiny Homes. So this is a Christmas book, but in this book also there is a beautiful wintry page, and this I was basically coloring. So now let me show you the products that I have used in this update series the most. Of course, I've worked on backgrounds, so yeah, this is a product that I show you very often. This is Gel Crayons, water-based gel crayons, and this one is by Shuttle Art. So yeah, you can see it's marketed for kids. They actually do have out a new design on their packaging, so let me show you this as well. Because of course I had to get a replacement because at some point it was out of stock, and then I got nervous because one of the gel crayons is almost used up already. So, and then once this came back in stock, I got this one and I was surprised that it's blue now. But yeah, it looks a little bit nicer maybe. So I'm using the gel crayons for the backgrounds, of course. Then I will play a lot with the stencil. With the stencil here, this is a Tim Holtz collection stencil, Snowflakes, perfectly for winter, backgrounds. And we are using different stencil paste, or I am using different stencil paste. I do have this Cosmic Shimmer Lunar paste. This is this highly reflective paste here, one of my absolute favorite pastes. So this comes in different colors even. And yeah, I love this Lunar paste. But I also put it here maybe. I also was playing a little bit with other pastes. So I've used this Nouveau Glimmer paste here. So this is just a transparent paste with iridescent glitters in it. And the same goes for the Cosmic Shimmer Ultra Sparkle Texture Paste, which is also a transparent paste. And then it has glitters in it. I don't know if it's showing up, but very beautiful stuff here. So I was trying these out with a stencil, and then I also colored a lot with my Neocolor 2s again. So yeah, let me open this box. So obviously this is not the original box, but I started with a 30 set and then I added to it with single crayons, and so at some point I just wanted to put them all together, and then I watched a video by Bubble of Coloring, and she showed that she put them in this box here, and I thought, yeah, great idea. I will also do it. And so yeah, so playing a lot with Neocolors in this episode. I love them for coloring basically the image. Also love these for backgrounds, but this is for another video, I guess. And then I also colored with Ohuhu Alcohol Markers. So I did real blending with them, so to speak. So I not just use them for a base layer, which I often do, but I actually blended them together, and practice this a little bit. Yeah, and these are basically the books and the products that you will see in this coloring update series. And as I said, I wish you a lot of fun, and let's get straight into it and let's get started. So let's get started with the first coloring snippet here for you in my winter edition, and it's just about time to get it out basically because winter is almost over. So I'm working in the snippet in Fairy and Fantasy 5 by Christine Karen. I want to do a background, a wintry background with snowflakes. I'm going to use gel crayons, and the gel crayons that I'm using here are from Shuttle Art, and I am mixing the colors. So you can see that I have used a lot of white and a little bit of green and blue to create my own pastel colors, because this is the only thing that is missing in this cheap kids brand. It doesn't have any pastel colors, or not a lot, at least not the colors that I needed. And it doesn't have any turquoise colors either. And I love turquoise. So I have mixed my own colors here because for this wintry background, I think that those mint and light turquoise, light bluish colors really look the best to create a moody atmosphere, a moody, wintry, cold atmosphere. And so this is what I'm doing here basically. And I have to say that gel crayons, and I can't say it often enough, is really one of my absolute favorite mediums for creating backgrounds basically. It is, first of all, this medium is not very expensive, so it's quite beginner friendly actually. And then I find it basically quite easy to create very blended looks, and you can go in with different colors and really make a colorful background. You have to be careful though that this is kind of like a wet medium, and so your page will get wet, and so you cannot layer them up endlessly. At some point the paper just gets very wet, and you rather take off the color with your brush. And so you have to be a little bit careful. When this happens, you need to let it dry, basically a few hours or overnight. But once it is completely dry, you can continue to add more colors and more layers and really get rid of any white speckles that might be there, and create a solid, smooth background. And here I'm just taking away the color because those gel crayons are erasable, not perfectly. It will leave a little bit of a shadow, but it's actually quite good erasable. So, and then I wanted to intensify the colors a little bit, especially in the corners, to have it a little bit darker in the corners. And then what I like to do is to apply the gel crayon directly on the page. But since this page is quite wet, it's basically not working perfectly. So in the end, I decided to put this page away and do some pencil coloring, because it's best to let the gel crayons dry, and it will take some hours. So this is the only downside on this medium, that you have to have a little bit of time. So I put it away, and I decided I wanted to color some snow with pencils, and you can see the color combination on the screen with the Prismacolor Premieres. I will also show you basically the same color combination with Polychromos in a minute or so. You can achieve more or less the exact same snow coloring, I think. There is just a little difference, but really not a whole lot. So I've used it on the same page, and I don't think that it's visible when you don't know it. So I'm working now in Matchstick Mouse, the winter coloring book. This is, I think, one of my favorite coloring books from Morgan O'Brien, basically. I really love this book here, and actually I had planned to do like a little project. I wanted to color some different pages in this book, like do little tutorials, like for example snow tutorial, ice igloo tutorial, then a fireplace. I thought frosted window would be nice, and all this funny stuff I thought would be nice to do like little tutorials, but I was again very ambitious, and yeah, obviously I couldn't manage. You see, February is almost over and I'm struggling to get this video out here. So I decided to put this here in my coloring update video. So I have filmed some snippets, and so that we can still enjoy them, even though the project didn't happen in the end with the Matchstick Mouse winter tutorials. But yeah. So, and this snow is almost done. We all know pencil coloring is just very slow, so I have a time lapse here so that we still can enjoy the pencil coloring a little bit, and that I can share color combinations with you. So, and then here, it's the same page still. I started to work with the Polychromos. And the main difference is that I'm using ivory, which is like an off-white, and I don't have the sky blue light. And this will make for the only difference in the appearance actually, because you will notice that this snow looks actually a little bit brighter and a little bit warmer, and I think I even like this look better, to be honest. I think it looks really good, while the Prismacolor, the sky blue light, cools it down basically a little bit. So here you can see the result, the two ice bits in comparison, and I think that the Polychromos one looks a little bit brighter, a little bit warmer. And here I'm showing the book. Yeah, a winter coloring book by Morgan O'Brien. Should have done this at the beginning. And then I wanted to show you the same color combinations on another page, basically, just to give you another example, basically. And I think I'm going to start off here with the Polychromos combination, but I will also do the Prismacolors. So Prismacolor might be a little bit quicker because the Prismacolors just, they are so easily to blend together, so you don't need to, not have a lot of effort. While Polychromos, you need to blend them a little bit more, so it's a little bit slower basically. But I have to say I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the snow coloring with the Polychromos here. And yeah, now jumped into the time lapse to speed up things a little bit. Otherwise it would just take forever. Imagine I have colored all the snow. This page here by Teresa Goodrich. There's so much snow in it, but I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed it so much, really. I think that Teresa Goodrich has the most beautiful Christmas books out there. Absolutely beautiful. And I do prefer the wintry scenes. I don't know why, but I usually pick the winter scenes. This is just more for me than the real Christmas images. I don't know why. But yeah, I usually don't have a lot of time, so I don't get many winter pages or like Christmas pages done. So here I jump to the Prismacolor combination. I just want to show you that it looks basically the same. So give you some music while we enjoy this little snippet here. I use the gel pen when I don't want to white out the lines completely. Sometimes I like it when the lines are still a little bit there because, yeah, they just give the definition. I like the look. But yeah, if I would want to white out the lines completely, then I would rather take a acrylic paint pen instead of a gel pen. And here you can see that I color just right next to the line, so that the line still is a little bit there. Doing the same down here where I have done the Polychromos color combination. And then you can also go in with do a little dots. Yeah, to just give some texture, snow texture. And it looks really nice. And then I actually also wanted to show you this page from R.J. Hampson. This is basically an old, video that I recorded a long time ago, basically. And but I never turned it into a video, and so I thought, why not put it in this coloring update video? Because in this video I'm going to continue this page, and so I thought it would fit very well. And here is my nice selection that I have chosen for this very small area here. So we will need some yellows, and I don't have a very big set actually of Neocolors. I actually only have I have the 30 set, and then I got some singles like those very light colors. Those are not included in the 30 set. So let me show you. So I've got the Neocolor 30 set, and then I just got some single ones, and there are basically by those lighter tones, which are usually not in the smaller sets, obviously, and I really like lighter tones for blends and everything. So let me introduce the colors just quickly. So I will use just this orange here. Then I've got this Nahara yellow. I've chosen pale yellow. Then salmon, pink. This is periwinkle blue. This one is cobalt blue hue, and then a white. So I decided to also jump into a voiceover here because I didn't have a great chat basically in this video. This might be the reason why I never have turned it basically in a final video. But the coloring is still quite fun because I really like this background here. It's a sunset background, and I'm using Neocolor 2. Yeah, as I already mentioned basically. It's a little bit of the real-time part that I've still used from the original recording. And yeah, I'm going darker at the bottom part and going into orange colors here because the sun is really going down, and so at the bottom it is glowing all in like nice warm reds and oranges basically, and yellows. And then when I'm going to the part at the top, I think I go a little bit more into violets and pinks. Yeah, so I really want to have here a warm orangey, kind of reddish color. And then when I'm going up, because there still might be a little bit of a blue color coming through, and so we're having this nice light flesh color here, which I'm blending in a little bit with white. And then I think I go more pink and violet in a moment. Here I'm using the pink. And you know what I always love about Neocolors or Inktense or all the water mediums is basically when you take your water brush and activate the pigment, it always looks so good. So here I'm going in with some blue color. yeah, because the sun is going down, and finally some violet to blend it in a little bit better. Yeah. So I love to use Neocolors basically because it's a quicker medium to work on pages. Of course, it will buckle a little bit. I mean, this is Amazon paper, and obviously it will buckle a little bit. It will get crinkly and so on. But yeah. Now comes the fun part, the activation of the color. And you can also take a little bit of your of the pigment directly from the crayon to apply a little bit more. And I think I found out that they work best when you don't put down too much pigment. Because when you have too much pigment, it can get a little bit streaky, I think. So to have it rather smooth, I think it's better to not have too much crayon pigment on the page, basically. You can always go back in later and add in more pigment directly from the crayon, for example. Yeah. Here you can see how the paper buckles, how wet it is. So you should take a water brush with a good water control. I like to use the Zig Detailer brush. It has a very short brush tip, and the water release is basically not too much water, not too wet, even though it does look a little bit wet at the moment, but it's actually quite good. And yeah, you can see that it blends quite nicely actually. So yeah, I think I will give you some music for the rest.
Fatal attraction, lovers in action, yeah. One of us is gonna get hurt. You got your madness and I'm good at bad habits. Oh, one of us is gonna get hurt. I'm no one to trust, ask anyone and you will see it. I love for the thrill. Oh, I'm dead serious, it's you or me, you best believe it. This is not a drill. This is fatal attraction. These are times of crowds of passion. One of us gonna get hurt.
So this is basically a little mistake, because when you want to add more pigment directly from the crayon, it would be best to let this page dry and then go back in and add more pigment, because otherwise the buckling is getting really worse or really bad. But so this is the result of the background, and I think it doesn't look too bad. Very nice colors, I think. What do you think? Let me know. So in here, I'm actually back to my Christine Karen page, finally. The background is dry now, and I can finally start to add some more pigment from the crayon, and I put it directly onto the page, and then I can just smear it with my fingers. And this way you can get very vibrant colors and get rid of all the white speckles.
Took a shot for the magic, but we're crashing into tragic. One of us gonna get hurt. I would love to see you cry. I would love to shut you out. Baby, I'm the gift that's never given. Whoa, I don't know what else to say to make sure you stay away. Baby, this is war, but no one's winning. Oh.
here I'm starting now with my stencil and the stencil paste, and the stencil that I'm using is a Tim Holtz stencil with snowflakes. I love the stencil for winter coloring, and the stencil paste that I have here is by Cosmic Shimmer. And yeah, I'm just, I'm taking it always with my spatula, and I think this is the easiest way to apply it thinly and spread it out nicely. And then I want to have just random snowflakes here, so that's why I didn't glue down my stencil as I usually do. I usually glue it down a little bit more, or tape it down basically, but here I just try to press it down with my fingers, because I do single snowflakes and then I have to move it to another space basically. And I always try to clean up the bottom side of the stencil a little bit, so that I don't get any of the stencil paste on my picture where I don't want to have it basically. So, and I think that's all that I really can say here basically. So just testing out where to put more of those snowflakes. Yeah, here I tried to take away a little bit with my spatula. So, and yeah, here I actually also wanted to work more with stencils. Again, my snowflake stencils and different stencil paste. Yeah, today actually I really want to use some glittery stencils. So the other one from Cosmic Shimmer is more a shiny one, but I also have like glittery ones, and I wanted to use some glittery ones today because I was inspired by a stenciling background from Zazu and Colors, and I have those three that I basically want to use and try out. The first one is Diamond Text by Viva, a very old one. Then I have Nouveau Glimmer paste here. This is also an iridescent paste. And then I have the Ultra Sparkle Texture paste by Cosmic Shimmer. And I think this has the most beautiful glitter in it. And this one here is very old and it's totally dried up basically. I had this one before I started coloring, so it's very old and all. I was so disappointed that this one is totally dried up. There was nothing to do basically, so this goes into the trash bin, unfortunately. I wanted to have the diamond text because it has this greenish tone to it, which I thought would be good, so that it's more visible, because I want to use this on white paper basically. And this is transparent paste with glitters in it. And when using it on a white surface, then it's not that visible, I think. And that's why I thought the one with the green color in it might be a little bit better. So here I'm actually just trying out the different paste with just a beautiful kind of like a rose stencil that I have here, a stylized rose stencil, and just so that I could see the difference and to decide which stencil paste I wanted to use on my project. And here I also have those shimmery pastes, these are my favorite, to be honest. So these I use all the time because they are really perfect. And I just have some different colors and just try to mix them together to create a little bit of a gradient here actually, and see how it looks. So, and here you can basically see the result, and it looks very good actually. I think both look very nice. So the glittery ones are very glittery, as you can see. They have a nice iridescent glitter in them, and the shiny ones are always very nice. So I love them both, but I wanted to go for with the glittery ones here. And yeah, just one tip: when you use stencil paste, then you have to be quick with cleaning up your stencil, because once this is dry, you will never get it rid of it. So, and then your stencil will be damaged and you won't be able to use it. So you have to be quick. Either you have some tin with water ready where you put it in, or you go wash it. So, and now I wanted to color in my Matchstick Mouse winter coloring book with Neocolor 2, and I think I started with the background here. So I used those two colors here. It's, I think, the periwinkle, a blue, a violet, and then just a pinkish, light pink one, and these are my snow colors. And yeah, I love to use my Neocolors even in the Matchstick Mouse books, so on Amazon paper basically. You know, the paper will buckle, that's for sure, because the paper is just very wet. It's not made for water mediums. I mean, when we use water mediums in our better quality books, we also get buckling. Usually it flattens out. But yeah, so we will have a little bit of buckling here, but I basically don't care as long as it is not too bad, and a little bit of buckling is fine for me. It's okay for me. This just speeds up the process. I love to use my water mediums even on Amazon books, and yeah, it makes those Matchstick Mouse images even quicker to color basically. I just love it. A small project and then with a quick medium, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I really enjoy it. Usually I do mixed mediums here on my Matchstick Mouse, so backgrounds or bigger areas I like to do with Neocolors or any other medium. And then for the details I usually use a alcohol marker base and then go over with pencils and shade my my details, so to speak. So the mouse, for example. So in here I'm just activating the pigment, and this is always the fun part, I think. So I'm always most excited about this part here where I can activate the pigment, because yeah, it's just so nice. I think it always gets more vibrant. You get rid of all the white spots, and I don't know. I love to watch this step on other videos, and I also I love to to watch it on my own coloring, or when I can activate it myself. I love it too. So this is just a lot of fun to see how those pigments blend together and yeah, try to get them smooth. So I think now I'm going to get started with the snow coloring. I use a very pale blue here for my base, and then yeah, just, you know, I wanted to bring in a little bit of those turquoise colors because yeah, I like them. And I want to have my shadow more on the bottom part and highlights on the top part, or in the middle section. Usually I have my highlights mostly in the middle section, but the dark shadows, I wanted to have it on the bottom sides basically. So, and you see that I give here a little bit of a structure, so a pattern, if you so will. So that the snow doesn't look flat basically.
I've got the badness in me. what you gotta do. If you got any sanity, this is fatal attraction. These are times of crowds of passion. One of us gonna get.
So now again, I have my favorite part ahead, activating the pigment with a water brush, and I use a detailer brush here. It's basically a Zig Kuritake detailer brush with a very fine brush tip, and the water release of this brush is very good. That's why I love to use this one here basically. But I just want to say, if you would activate maybe on a bigger area, maybe like on a background or so, I think that a brush with a bigger brush tip would be better. I have one from Arteza, and yeah, this one I enjoy when I want to work on larger areas because it releases much more water, and yeah, then it will help you to reduce the streaks. So on those small areas, the detailer brush here is very good, but you know, with too much pigment and a too small brush, your result can get streaky. So keep that in mind. When you're working on a larger area, it's better to use a larger brush for that. So, and then what I also like to do is sometimes go over a little bit with a second layer. And then I usually just take the pigment directly from the crayon, and what this does is that it intensifies the colors. And you know, when I forgot maybe a small area, then obviously I can color it in, I can blend it nicely together and just intensify everything a little bit and make maybe the transition a little bit better and smoother if it wasn't the case when I first activated it. With my snow, I'm very happy here. So for smaller areas, usually one layer is really enough. When you want to create a more inspiring background, maybe, then usually it's better to go in with layers. Just Erica from Elm Colors had a video out about 3 background methods with her water mediums. She has used Albrecht Dürer's Neocolor 2 and the Inktense, and I love to watch this video. It was amazing. I am pretty sure that you have seen it. If not, I will link it up in the video description just in case someone sees this video later and haven't seen the video from Erica. You must watch it. If you're interested in water mediums and backgrounds, it was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely inspiring. And yeah. So, and then I basically want to add my stars now with the stencil paste. But to do it, I've basically created a little bit of a template here to cover up my main image so that I don't get any of the stencil paste on there. And then what I want to have is, I want to have 3 snowflakes on the upper left corner and at the right bottom part of the image. And I decided to go with the Ohuhu glimmer paste here. So this has a little bit more of a greenish glimmer in it. So it was not my absolute favorite paste, but you still remember I wanted to go a little bit with a greenish glimmer, but this, it's a very fine outcome in the end, so it's not right into your face. You really have to look. You can see it's there, but I don't know if this was necessary. I don't think that I would do this again. If I would do it again, then with a paste that is a little bit more visible, maybe. I should have added a little bit of a hint of a color underneath it so that it's a little bit more visible. So let's be honest, this background effect isn't the greatest, but it was a try out, and I can just encourage you to try out things. Here, I also wanted to continue my R.J. Hansen page from his Christmas Tiny Homes. And I'm also working with my Neocolors on the snow because I had started this page with Neocolors. It speeds up the process a little bit. And yeah, it was my plan from the beginning that I wanted to do the snow with Neocolors. And I use a slightly different color combination here because instead of going into the turquoise blue, I use a violet here for the shadow part. So you can do different colors when coloring snow. You can go a little bit more in the turquoise direction or in the violet direction or just blues. You could even go with grays, but in coloring I think we like to have it a little bit more colorful. I think you can even use maybe pinkish snow and use more yellows if you want some light effects on your snow. So the possibilities are endless. Also the mediums that we could use to color snow. And I just absolutely enjoy to color my snow on all the images that I have in this coloring update video today. So it was a lot of fun. But I'm also looking forward to some flowers and some spring-like or summer-like pages up next because the weather is a little bit better. It's still very cold here, very, very cold, but at least the sun comes out from time to time. So the days get longer again, which is very nice. And I'm so waiting for a little bit of sun. I mean, it mustn't be warm, but a little bit of sunlight is so nice, isn't it? I'm waiting for it. So, and here you can see the difference basically. So it is a little bit of a different outcome. Which one do you like better? The one with the turquoise shadowing or the one here with the violet color in the shadow? I like both. So when I'm activating my Neocolors, I usually have a paper towel next to me so that I can get rid of pigment that I don't want to smudge into the lighter areas. So, I mean, you mustn't have a paper towel. If you just have a towel, it's better actually. But yeah.
I melt in your hands, soaked in sweat when we dance. I fall to my knees, baby. Wanna get you alone, now not ready to ignite. I want us to go home now, now turn off every light, baby. Burn me to ashes, then I rise, then I rise. You set my body, all on my body. You set my body, all on my body on fire. You set my body, all on my body. You set my body, all on my body.
So, and now the snow has dried up and what was the reason? I remember. So this image basically has some light sources like a lamp, and in order to make the light visible, you see it here, I decided to go here with a background. It wasn't my original plan. When I started to color this page, I thought it was just everything, the image itself basically. But then I realized that we have those beautiful light sources there, and they wouldn't show up if I wouldn't do a background. So that's the reason why I decided to do a full page background here. And I just decided to go with my gel crayons here because it's a quick, easy medium. You can always achieve a very blended look, which I usually like. Sometimes I like the texture, but sometimes I really just like a blended look. And this is just really easy and quick. And with my sheep brand from Shuttle Art, I have enough colors. It has 48 colors and I can even mix some colors. So I have enough colors here, and I decided I wanted to go for a very dark green. And around the light sources, I wanted to have it a little bit turquoise, blue. That's why, again, I mixed my turquoise. This set is missing a turquoise or a few turquoise colors. That's my only complaint with this brand here, because I use turquoise quite a bit and I always have to mix it up. But other than that, I wanted to go for a very dark background. And I thought dark greens would be nice. And in a moment, you will see that I also go in with a black to really darken it up. And yeah, this is my first layer. Usually when I do gel crayon backgrounds, I also work in layers. It's actually my style of coloring. I always do layers mostly. So this is the first layer. I blend all the different colors together. And then I will let it dry overnight usually, because it does take a while until these gel crayons are really fully dried up. And yeah, once they are dry, I usually go in and do another layer. Not often, because sometimes it just looks fine. But if I want to intensify the colors, and on this one I actually want, because I want to have the colors very, very dark. And you can see that they are not that dark at the moment. But I can fix this with a second layer. But I will have it in another coloring update video, because we are running out of time. So I glued down the corner there, but obviously I also wanted to have color in the corner, of course. So. There was something that I wanted to say, but I forgot it now. Yeah, here I'm erasing. So the beauty of this medium is also that you can erase. I mean, not completely. So the darker the color is, the more of a shadow of the color will stay there. But it's good enough that you can color over with your other mediums later. And then everywhere where there was a white spot, I just went in with my pencils, because yeah, it's a very precise medium to go very close to the edges and just fill it up. And it's good enough. So this is how this looks right now. And now I wanted to continue to color this Christine Karen page from the beginning. So the background, the paste has fully dried. Usually I always let my things dry overnight, just to be safe, you know, really just to be safe. And yeah, I wanted to do alcohol marker blending on this one. And I'm going for a light blue and then a light violet color, blend it in the blue here. And then I think I have a darker violet for some darker shadows basically. But I really like the look here with this very light blue. So I have to say I enjoyed this a lot. And I won't even go over with pencils. So you will see the result in a few minutes, how it looks. And I think it looks really nice, and I will just leave it as it is. I think there is no need to go over with pencils. So if you take a little bit more effort with your alcohol markers and really maybe take up to 3 colors and blend these together, then usually you don't really need to go in with pencil. I mean, you can always go in to correct some things a little bit or to intensify some shadings or so. But yeah, usually you can just leave it like it is. Often I use my alcohol markers for base coloring, which you also will see on other parts of this image. But yeah, for those glows, I really thought it was just, yeah, fitting to do them completely in markers. I also will do her scarf in markers, so I will do a blended look there, but I'm pretty sure that I will go over with pencils there, because it was not quite the look that I was going for. And I wanted to have it a little bit more intensified, even though you will see that this image looks quite pastel-y. Yeah, once I'm done here with all my markers. And it is a nice look, I have to say it. I enjoy it. I'm usually not really a person who goes for pastel colors. At least not for the whole image. But I have to say that I like the look, but I still want to have more color in my image. So I will go in with pencils, not on this part here. This I really enjoy how it ends up looking. So this will stay as it is, but on other parts, I will intensify them with pencils a little bit and bring out the detail a bit more. So I will leave you to music now. And so I hope you enjoyed this part of my coloring updates. This was a winter themed one. And I do have another winter themed one. So I really have to make haste to bring it out to you, because winter is coming to an end here. And yeah, I'm a little bit late, but I hope that you still enjoy it. And hopefully you can find a little bit of inspiration to just grab your different mediums and play with them and to combine them. And yeah, hope we will see you in the next one. Bye everyone.
Shut down in my brain. Don't know what to say. Too much chemistry, baby. Wanna get you alone, now not ready to ignite. I want us to go on, now turn off every light, baby. Burn me to ashes, then I rise, then I rise. Sounds like a good place to start. Your feelings seems to be left in the dark. Defeated, quiet screaming, what if you ask your heart? Sounds like a good place to start. Cancel on your friends to be with me and tell me that they canceled on you. I don't know why you pretend you don't like me exactly the same way I like you. Mind's doing all the talking, but have you asked your heart? Sounds like a good place to start. Your feelings seems to be left in the dark. Defeated, quiet screaming, what if you ask your heart? Sounds like a good place to start. Ooh, your heart. Ooh. Sounds like a good place to start. Your feelings seems to be left in the dark. Defeated, quiet screaming, what if you ask your heart? Sounds like a good place to start. The sound